So hi, welcome back to the channel. This video we are going to prepare a live project of data analytics. The tool which we are using is Colab Python. This is primarily for the coders. So as you know, the data analytics field, it is low code or no code language. So probably here we will be creating certain insights. We'll be reaching out to certain insights which are hidden in this data set, and we will be creating, I think, 3 or 4 videos of the same. The topic would be the same, which is the AI job market and salary. So based on this, I am going to invent, or you can say read the data in a way that we can gather some insightful insights out of them. uh, how did I get this data? So I got this data from, this is the link of the data set, which is also from the Kaggle data set. I got the link. After that, there are certain codes which can be run, and we should not use this code probably, because once I am submitting this to GitHub, then it might become a problem over there. So there are certain codes which can be actually taken with Gemini's help. Okay, so I did not go for those codes. What I did rather over here is I took the upload file option, which is the code itself. The code is google.colab import files, and from there I took the file, which is this file, and it is already saved in my data set. I mean, in the downloading thing. So this is that data set. So I have already downloaded this part into the desktop, so that we will be keeping it quite simple this time. Rather than going to the deep of the code, we will be focusing on how do we do the analysis in the real world. So one part is this. After that, I have taken certain libraries known as Pandas, NumPy, as we know. For visualization, I'm going to use Seaborn and Matplotlib, PyPlot things. So I have taken those for the visualization. Now we have loaded the data, we have read it as CSV, and this is what we got as the data. Okay, so let's, and because it is very big, so let's just take the top 3 things so that it will be easy for us to understand as well. Okay, 1 second. Data booted. I think the network is a bit slow today on my side. Yeah. So I have taken this one. Anyways, I am going to delete this part now, after analyzing what we are supposed to do over here. So let's just understand the data set first. So I have given the heading understanding the, okay. So now what will happen is we will be making out certain points which we understood from the given data set. So how do we draw the points out of the given data set? So see, as we know, this is the AI job market. So which columns are quite important and which are not that important. So on that basis, we are going to understand how do we move ahead from just having the numbers in the front of our screen, right? So first thing is the job title part. So job title is also replicating the salary. I mean, each title has specific amount of specific volume of salary with respect to experience, right? And also the company name, which is the third or fourth parameter, I will say. So how do I link this part? So what I am understanding, I am just writing that. Anyways, this link I will be giving in the fourth video of the same series, so that you can directly download it. The whole workable collab will be there in that. Till today, what you can do is, like, you can directly just open the link, this part, and you can directly take it from the Kaggle. So In Kaggle, dataset option is there. In the dataset, you can take any dataset according to your choice. I have taken this part. So you can take anything according to your choice, right? After that, what we can do? So let's figure out certain points. So one is job title. So job title versus salary. One analysis can be done on this. Second, job title versus salary versus year. I'm just writing in short YOE, year of experience. After this, what else can we do? Experience level, employment type, company location, company size, employee residence. So are this that important? So let's just figure out logically and let's just analyze this part. Employee label, right? So experience level basically versus year of experience are actually same thing, right? But it is given in the string based thing, it is given in the numerical value. So one analysis can be again done on this part. So experience label versus experience in year, right? After this, uh, company, right? Company, yeah. Company versus number of employee, which will allow us to understand which is the company with the highest volume or certain those kind of stuff. Requirement, so it is the education requirement, right? So education versus company. So basically this will tell us that how or what basic requirements does one need to get into XYZ company. After that, industry. So which industry is earning more? One analysis can be on that versus which industry is in demand. So which industry is in demand, right? Which industry is in demand and how do we do that? From this data set, what we can do is uh, number of employees in the specific industry, that can be done. Number of employees in specific industry. Also, what extra we can do is mm, location versus industry, as in which industry is more popular in XYZ location. So yeah, I think one more point which on which the analysis can be done is required skill set. Which skill set is actually common? So for example, if you go up and you see here Tableau is again over here also. So I think this is AI consultant and this is AI research scientist. So there are certain skills which are actually common in the whole. I will say this as a string group. So inside the string group there are certain skills which are actually common if we compare two or different positions or the positions available, right? So which skills are quite important and common. So this analysis, how we can do is we can split the things out first. After splitting, we can count them based on job IDs. So what we will do is we will be splitting this Tableau, PyTorch, and so on, like different skills. We will be just splitting it out. Okay. After that, we will be calculating, like in AI research scientist, Tableau is there. Similarly, in AI consultant, Tableau was there. So now there are two different skills, two different positions, job title, where one skill is common. So similarly, which are those type of skill which are quite common in different job titles. So the common skills are actually the important skills. So that is how we can bend the things out. After this, uh, so let's just understand what extra can be done over here. Company size doesn't matter. Um, Employee residence also doesn't matter. Years of experience has been done. Posting date, application deadline. In the date part, because there is no analysis done on the date as of now in our list. So in the dates part, what we can do is we can identify those companies who have the minimum tenure as in the posting date and the application deadline. So who want the immediate joiners, so that kind of thing can be done. So from date parts we can extract immediate joiners. So it is always a good practice that we, if when we are noting down what are we supposed to do, it is also good practice that we will be writing down why am I, say for example, this point number 8. Now, yes, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, like whenever I come the next day and I just see from date, we can extract the immediate joiners. I won't be able to understand what was my plan over there. So what can I do over here is I can just write it in a shortcut, like uh, take the date date diff, means basically the difference between the days, and uh, group by job IDs or companies, so that we can see which, actually there is no requirement of the job IDs here, so that we can just see which company wants immediate joiners. Now how does this look? For example, now let's say this is application, no, what posted date, right? So posting date, and the next was the application deadline, and the next was company, right? This is what we are actually figuring out. So now say, let's say posting date is today's date, which is 20/06/2025. Application end date would be, let's say, 22/06/2025. Let's say company is ABC. Now, and if I just, and let me just say this is 27, and let's say company is DEF. So what analysis am I going to draw from here is the tenure between the posting date and application date is 2 days. Similarly, here it is 7 days. So the conclusion drawn above is ABC wants immediate joiners, and the reason can be anything. And how do I again justify this? Why does ABC want immediate joiner? Because the timeline it has posted its date or the job is actually less compared to DEF. Now if the company is actually posting for a longer duration, generally what will happen, they will get a huge volume of the candidates. But some company which is actually keeping it short, that means it quickly want the candidates, interview them, and then just give them the job. So that is how the things are happening in the actual world also. So this type of conclusion can be drawn from here. Yeah, I think that is quite enough for now. And let's just, yeah. So see, this is the thing which we are going to do. Okay. Uh, in next 3 or 5 minutes, what we will be doing is we will be closing this video out. Before closing the video, uh, what we should do is that is known as EDA, basically the exploratory data analysis. And before that, also one step is that is known as exploration. So now we are going to explore the data. As I told you, this is not required. I am deleting this. So hope you are understanding how the parts are actually happening. So let me just take this, put it here, put it down here, right? And exploration, right? So, okay, exploration is not in the text format. Just a moment, guys. Yeah. So basically, we are actually creating something that will look this way. Now, for example, if I just say this as data set. So this is my one window, this is my one more window. So this type of collab is generally known as a clean collab, and it is actually readable for anyone because they can directly go to the section which they want. Now exploration comes this way, data dot head of 5, because we will start with a small table now. Now what is next? We will be checking for the nulls. Before nulls, let's see the info, data.info. What does this give me? What is the column type? And for example, I can just show you here. Posting date, actually it is in the date time. What is that? Date time D type. But in this it is given as object, so we need to convert this one. So info gives me this option, right? Now again, if someone is new over here and why does we have to convert it, I will be showing it in the next video. Till now you can just follow the step. Info is done. After that, let's see for the null values. Data dot is null dot sum. So I think there is no null values, which is not good actually, because I also wanted to show you if nulls are available. Not an issue. After that, what we can do is uh, date time function is done. I mean the info is done, null is done. So let's go for describe. This function gives me a complete understanding of the outliers as well, and which is the bigger value, smaller value, average value, everything. So it always works on the numerical value first of all, this function. So the highest salary is this part, minimum salary is this, average salary is this, count is this much. Okay, and similarly it is for all the numerical values. How we are going to use this, we will be seeing in the next session. Done. And finally, let's get the shape also. Basically, the shape thing is done at the beginning itself, but we are doing at the end, no issues. So let me just show you once again. So you saw here, right? The count is 15,000. Why? Because number of rows is 15,000. So you can see here rows comma columns. So rows is 15,000 while column is 19. This is how we have supposed to do as of now. Exploration is quite simple, done. After this, the main part comes, which is the EDA, Exploratory Data Analysis. So in EDA, what we do generally is, let's make a list also, detect nulls and work on nulls. Sometimes we have to delete them, sometimes we have to fill them. It obviously this part delete and fill is based on the analyst who is working on that data set and what is the call of the data set. Call as in if the data set nulls are very huge in volume, then it is actually dangerous to delete because you will not have the proper the data set and all. Outliers detection, work on outliers, right? After that, certain visualization we will be doing, and yeah, probably that much is enough for this data set in EDA. Uh, what extra can be done? Null values we have detected, outliers we are going to detect, visualization we will be doing based on the outliers, and what extra can be done? Let me just see. Yeah, this part is the required skills. So expand data required skills, right? So as we have discussed, we will be putting all the skills in different column for each identity, and then we will be grouping them based on each identity, which is a job title over here. Uh, yeah, probably that much is enough. Yeah, posting and conversion of the date time. Conversion of date time. So in this part, the new people who are new to the channel or new to the collab or Python, so they can understand why conversion is quite important over here. And let me just look around once. Yeah, I think that much is pretty enough for EDA. So this is the part, EDA part, which we are going to do in the next section or next session, that is tomorrow or whenever the videos come. I think probably tomorrow I am going to work on this. So we are planning to finish this in next 4 to 5 days. So maybe tomorrow's session can be quite longer, around 40-45 minutes, so that in 4 videos itself I will be closing this project out. So that's all for today. Um, Again, I'm saying who want to download this specific data set, they can go to Kaggle dataset option. In that, either you can just search it over here this way, global AI job market. Yeah, it came already. Yeah, this is that data set. You can directly download, follow this codes and all, which we have discussed this part. Just download and put this code so that you will be getting this option this way. Then you can just click on choose files and put your downloaded dataset over there. You can read it using the CSV so that For that you have to import the pandas library this way, and that's all. So it will take some time depending on the system which we are working. So it is not 12%, it will become 100%. After that, this code will become green, and then you can move ahead. Like this tick should come over there also. So that's all for today. Have a great day. Do watch the series of how do we solve the project in a real life. And yeah, have a great day. Take care. Bye.